Welcome to 843 TV. We're excited to be talking about Osprey Village today, and they've got a great building project coming up down the road for folks with disabilities located across from Oldfield on Highway 170 in Okatie.
Well, Lisa, we're going to sit down and talk to Julie Kuhns, who is the CEO, and also meet somebody new, Ray Almanzo, who's the Director Donor Management, and we're going to learn a little about what is going on and how their capital campaigns are going. But also, we did a little shopping, and you know, 'tis the season. I think we're playing golf, and if you need a set of golf clubs, I think you should stop by because this set looks really nice.
And the thrift shop is what funds their operating budget. So be sure you come out, but stay right here for this episode of 843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where the Lowcountry comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak. And we're delighted to be sitting with Julie Kuhns, who's the CEO of Osprey Village. And we are actually at the Okatie store, which is on 170, because we also have a thrift shop down on the island. And Julie, nice to see you again. We haven't seen you in a little while.
Hi, guys.
There's so much fun. Things are happening at Osprey Village, and I can't wait to get the update.
Ball rolling.
So where should we start? Let's talk about the vision.
Okay, so Osprey Village was founded in 2008. This was a concern of parents who were raising children with developmental disabilities. How were they going to house them in the long term? Where were they going to go when they were adults? Osprey Village formed then officially as a nonprofit and acquired some land about 5 years ago to start building what we call a community with a purpose. This is an inclusive community that will give these people affordable housing as well as walk-to-work options and keep them very engaged with their community.
I love community with a purpose.
Yeah.
So let's expound on that. We've been meeting with you for a couple years now. We're excited about the progress.
Yeah.
Let's start with what it is and where we are then.
Okay. So a community with a purpose is, designed specifically to ensure sustainable living, in particular for adults with special needs. We have a 25-acre buildable development. It's going to have single-family homes, condos, as well as like a multi-family, like an apartment complex. We'll have an amenities center, as well as a commercial development out front. So it's very comprehensive, and it will focus specifically on the affordable housing and supported housing needs for these individuals.
So to be clear, a family and if they have a child who has learning disabilities, they can live together on the campus, on the property?
So we are focused on the adult with a developmental disability. We do have some instances where we have an aging parent who also kind of needs that supported lifestyle as well as the affordable housing. And we will obviously accept those situations case by case, but our true focus is to get adults with developmental disabilities supported in their independence, so that they're kind of moving out from mom and dad, which is very typical for people without developmental disabilities. We want to try to include these people with special needs as well.
What are some of the ways you are going to be able to support the residents so that they can be successful living on their own?
That's a really good question. So we've searched from coast to coast to look at different neighborhood models to find out what might be in the best interest of these individuals. And the first thing that we know is that they need affordability, long-term affordability. So we are obviously looking at affordable housing models where we would use, the affordable housing income limits. And we're also looking at market rate rentals as well as, and this is sort of novel, a home ownership program. What we've discovered is that persons with developmental disabilities are often overlooked in the home ownership capacity. And it can be a very, very sustainable model for them in the fact that it is cheaper than rent more often than not. And it helps them to build equity. Obviously, a home or a condo that they purchase is going to appreciate in value over time. So as these individuals age, as we all do, and they may need assisted living or nursing care, this would be something that they would be able then to sell and be able to use to pay for their care on down the road. Again, we're going to have rental units available for these individuals. And we also are looking at ways that we can help them to provide their own financial situations. So having walk to work options being built in the larger development that we're in, where there's other businesses that they can get to for jobs, to include them in the community, is essential. It's key to their sustainability and
That
success.
sounds right.
You know,
yeah.
one thing I love about this is that you really are diving deep into how to sustain. You know, not only they're trying to provide housing, but life after, once you get into there, and how can they afford to live there? How can they actually live there and have a life, you know? And I think one thing about Osprey Village, and I think because we've been talking about this for years, is that you guys have always been on the forefront of this whole concept of what we can do for independent living with people with disabilities.
Yeah. Well, we have vision for sure.
You do have vision, and I did know, and I'm
really
admiring
do.
with that. So we're going to take a break right now.
Okay.
And we'll be back with more 843 TV because we have a lot more to talk about.